What's up, motherfuckers, and welcome to episode 26 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm fucking back, baby, let's go! And I am one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside the inevitable one, Devin Stanford. How you doing, baby?
Doing good, man. You know, I'm glad you're back, but I was telling everybody that you got in a horrible car accident. You know, you fell into a coma, and we didn't know if we were going to have you back for at least 12 months.
Yeah. It's a horrible car accident from my scurvy that I got. A giant dragon flew down, pegged my car with its tail, and I just went on a tailspin and then puked all over the dashboard. It's crazy. Yes, entirely. I did come in hot, Tom. That's what we do out here, my friend. It is lit. Devin, I haven't talked to you really very much at all for the past few days. What is new, my dude? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It was very hot. I saw Quiet Place 2 on Saturday. That was great. Had some lobster rolls at Cafe Ronin. Okay. Yeah, definite highlight. You know, when you get to the lobster roll with some nice Parmesan garlic chips. But other than that, you know, I just spent Father's Day with my family, played a lot of cornhole, did a lot of barbecuing, and here we are.
That sounds like the most Father's Day you could have possibly have had.
Yeah.
Short of like putting on like New Balances and wearing cargo shorts, you know.
I'm pretty sure my dad was wearing New Balances and wearing like camo cargo shorts, if I'm gonna be honest.
And he didn't fucking take a picture and send it to me? You son of a bitch, you betrayed me. You betrayed your father. Friend.
How did I? Dude, that's what he wears all the time. I'll just take a picture next time I'm over there.
Hey, perfect. It's lit, dude. Well, it's a good thing that we don't have to talk about your dad anymore, because today we're talking about PAX kind of making a comeback, another Transformers movie getting announced today, and the best movie franchise of all time, and much, much more, because this is the Good Kraken podcast, a show for nerdy, marginalized people, giving you the video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. If you're watching live, you can submit questions and topics at tinyurl.com/GK submission to be a part of the show. If you're having a good time so far, you can watch us record this show live and ad-free by following and subscribing right here at twitch.tv/goodkrakenshow. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. And we would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you listening or watching at home. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can catch our episodes on your podcast service of choice at 8 a.m. the next day. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch page and clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Devin, we got a little bit of planning work. Just a couple little things here. Episode 25 of the Good Kraken podcast with Genesee Gabrielle is out now on YouTube and podcast services around the world. This was our first time having Devin host the show solo without me here. It was a great time. I got a chance to watch it and listen. And Devin, dude, you fucking killed it, my friend. You fucking killed it.
Thanks,
Genesee
man.
was great.
It was fun.
You guys did a really, really good job. Tell me real quick, what was your favorite part of that episode when you were doing that on Saturday?
Definitely when Genesee and I started diving into Loki a little bit, and just we kind of touched a little bit of what we thought of what's to come, you know. Also just the highlight of just, you know, Genesee speaking about her experiences, and, you know, also just giving out those recommendations to others who are about to come out, or, you know, or dealing with similar situations, you know. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely agree that Genesee was super informative on that gay perspective, and trying to help us learn to be better allies, and really giving some really thought-provoking pieces of advice and just wordage for anybody who's at all wanting to be involved with the community. It was a really, really great show. You guys did fucking extravagant, man. This Thursday, actually, we are doing one last gameplay stream of Knockout City, of the new 4v4 knockout mode. Hopefully, making this entirely dependent on whether or not all of our ducks fall into a row. We want to get Xander back on. We want to try to get Josh on. We're trying to get 4 people on camera to do this 4v4 thing if we can pull it off. If not, we'll settle on our boy Chase being not on camera. That's totally fine. But we'll have to play our ducks out a little bit more clearly as we get closer to Thursday. But definitely come in and check us out on that. Devin, my dude, give me some fucking Nolan, my friend.
Just hit it.
Oh my god. That was fucking phenomenal. I don't know what meltdown just happened there, but it happened. It was great. Anyways, Devin, we have 3 stories for us to report to everybody today. Our first story is all about PAX West, and you and I have talked about going to PAX West a little bit, probably more so next year rather than this year. We had no clue what they were actually going to be doing this year. This is probably going to be a little too short notice for us, but you guys will definitely see us there next year, as long as this event specifically is going to be successful. This is PAX West 2021 is returning as an in-person event. This comes from Wesley LeBlanc from IGN, and it reads like this. PAX West is set to return as an in-person event this September after it was canceled last year and replaced by a 9-day digital-only event. PAX West and numerous other conventions were canceled last year as a result of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, but in light of available vaccinations, PAX West is ready for a return. The convention will take place from September 3rd through September 6th in Seattle at the Washington State Convention Center this year. Quote, since the last major North American on-location gaming event, PAX East 2020, ReedPop and Penny Arcade have canceled 6 consecutive in-person shows, prioritizing the health of the PAX community, the press release reads. Show organizers are working with venue officials, local governments, and health authorities to determine event capacity, which will be reduced and ensure a safe setting. PAX says, quote, detailed health and safety guidelines, end quote, will be released in the lead up to this year's convention. 4-day badges for PAX West 2021 will cost $230, and individual badges for the convention's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday presents will cost $60 each. There's not yet an official date for when badges will go on sale, but PAX says they'll go on sale in the next 2 weeks. Journalists, YouTubers, and streamers will be able to apply for the badges to PAX West later this month, according to the press release. Quote, it's been almost 2 years since the last PAX West, and it's been surreal to imagine its triumphant return, PAX and Penny Arcade co-founder Jerry Holkin said. I can't think of a better excuse to leave the house than PAX West, end quote. Devin, does this do it for you, my dude?
Yeah, if it happens, I'm vaccinated. I'm gonna try and go.
Yeah, like this year, you're gonna try. Yeah. You're gonna try and make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go.
Well, if you fucking try to go, I'm gonna fucking try to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean, baby?
I got a couple people I'll talk to. You know, there's some things, you know, I can look into. So,
we'll talk about it a little further.
We'll talk about that part later. But yeah, no, I've never been to a PAX. I've gone to a bunch of Comic-Cons myself, you know, and I've never actually gotten to go to a gaming community event myself, and it's something I've always wanted to do.
Same.
So if it comes back, that's the closest expo that happens to us, you know, being based in the Pacific Northwest especially. So it's definitely something I'm going to try and go to. It'd be really exciting. I think we need to kind of see these return of in-person events, you know, as long as it's, you know, happening accordingly, you know, with, you know, people are vaccinated, you know, people are being, you know, staying sanitized and stuff like that and respecting people's spaces, as long as that's happened, which I know sounds like a lot, especially when these events are usually shoulder to shoulder and full of lines that last for 2 hours, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see it come back. I want it to come back and be successful for all the right reasons, of course, though. It'd suck if a lot of people weren't vaccinated and we ended up hearing about another spike, you know.
Well, yeah, especially because there's been talk of this this Delta variant that people have been having some loose conversations around. It's an interesting topic, obviously, and I don't, I'm not a fucking doctor, at least with the certification. Under the right circumstances, I'm a doctor. yeah. I'll be a doctor for the right price. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, just handing out stitches and getting these bitches. You know what I mean?
That's where you're going. Oh god.
Anyways, I'm fucking back, baby. Let's go.
Speaking of doctors and people not being doctors. Do you know much about robots?
No. We'll get there in a second. I do want to say that I definitely agree with you. I feel like it sort of plays the same cards as the whole movie theater situation, where it's like I understand the need to drip feed this stuff and sort of like have a slow release and work your way towards it, because it's depending on its success, it's what's going to determine the potential them even doing it going forward after. You know what I mean? So it's like it's I get the risk. I understand that if anyone at home is not feeling safe about not going, don't fucking go. We don't want you to go and not feel safe and be worried about potentially getting sick. Don't do it. It's not fucking worth it. But they are, and we trust them because they don't want to be fucking liable to go about this in a way that's actually going to be beneficial to the gaming industry and to the gaming community. And I hope that they do it in a manner that is going to be beneficial. Because if they don't, people aren't going to fucking trust them, and then people aren't going to come back, and then we don't have any more PAX West in person, and it's just going to be strictly a fucking digital event, and we don't want that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm in the same boat as you. I want this to be successful. Be cautious, but I want them to be successful at this. You know what I mean? Do you have any other thoughts on that? Like, I think it sounds like you and I are kind of on the same page on this, but
honestly, the best thing that they can do, and a lot of people are probably going to hate this, is they should do vaccination checks before entry. You know,
they should. They should.
Yep. Check your vaccination card. No different than checking your ID before you go to a bar or anything like that.
Yeah, and listen, before anyone goes hopping in the fucking chat, some bullshit about freedoms and all this other crap that I've been hearing people argue about. You don't have anything to hide. Just show your fucking vaccination card if you have it. Okay? Like, it's not that fucking difficult, all right? Like, I will even admit, I'm not vaccinated yet. I plan on getting vaccinated within the next couple of weeks. And once I do, I will feel a million times better about going places in public without feeling like I'm going to bring something home and killing my daughter with it. So please, for fuck's sake, if you are not safe, just fucking go be safe, all right? All right? Yes, Devin, absolutely.
Vaccines are free. The vaccines are free.
They're free. They're free. They're literally free. Like, literally, the only reason I haven't gotten it is because I've had so much shit going on this month, and I got to time my schedule around potentially feeling like shit for 3 days. That's the only reason I haven't gotten it yet.
Guys, Ernell's time is more important than people. I'm kidding.
Listen, it's that island immunity, you know what I mean? Nothing kills us. I won't die until I'm 145 years old. Joke's on you. We are the sea turtles of the human world. And speaking of weird animal shit, Devin, this perfect little Ernell way here. Devin, take on our second story for me, my friend.
Animals, yeah, because that makes sense.
No, it will in a second.
I know, man. So, Transformers 7 has a new title revealed for a new film, and it's starring Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, the back of a fish.
Back
Anyways,
of the
this
fish.
comes
Back of the fish.
from Ross.
Bone
I was gonna
I'd
say a joke, but yeah, sure, bone name. I was gonna say bone anime because that's what it almost reads as.
I'm emailing them and telling them you said that.
Look, we're here to have a good time, even a great time.
Ross bone anime,
but a good time.
Bone anime. It's like Bon Appetit, but
anyways,
hentai.
shouts out to you, Ross. Sorry, I made fun of your last name.
I'm so glad he talked over me when I said that. Continue.
All right,
go on.
All right. Cheers, Ernell.
Hey, cheers, baby. Let's go.
Welcome back.
It's a good time. It's a beautiful day in Portland, my friend. All right, let's get ourselves together here. We're good.
All right. So the title for the upcoming Transformers movie has been announced, with the 7th installment of the franchise officially being called Transformers: Rise of the Beast. The news was revealed as part of a special press event revolving around new developments in regards to the latest Transformers film, which has reportedly just started filming and is currently slated for June 24th, 2022 release. Dude, that's a really quick turnaround. Real quick. Yeah, really quick. That actually has me semi-worried. Anyways.
We'll talk about it.
Collider originally broke the news that In the Heights star Anthony Ramos would be starring the newest Transformers film. Ramos is said to play, quote, a flawed and vulnerable hero who has made mistakes in his life and is eager to redeem himself with the help of Optimus Prime, end quote. Judas and the Black Messiah's Dominique Fishback will also star in the upcoming blockbuster, and Oz and Dexter actress Luna Lauren Velez will be playing Ramos's character's mom. The latest installment will be directed by Stephen Capel Jr., who previously directed Creed 2, and will be written by Joby Harold, who has also wrote this year's Army of the Dead. After the popularity of 2018's Bumblebee, the Transformers franchise seems to be expanding beyond director Michael Bay. There are several other Transformer movies in the works, including one written by murder mystery writer James Vanderbilt, and an animated Transformers prequel directed by Toy Story 4 director Josh Cooley. The Transformers franchise has made close to $5 billion worldwide, with both 2011's Transformers Dark of the Moon and 2014's Transformers Age of Extinction each making $1 billion worldwide. However, 2017's Transformers The Last Knight made less than any previous film in the franchise, and while Bumblebee made less than that, the film starring Haley Steinfeld ended up receiving the best reviews of the series. With a fantastic cast and exciting new director taking on this latest installment, it will be interesting to see where the Transformers franchise will go from here. Transformers Rise of the Beast is currently on track for June 24th, 2022 release. Dude, that has me worried.
Yeah.
That's literally a year.
Yeah. It's like so they just started filming. This article is from today. This is not a couple months ago. Like, we do the latest fucking news here, okay? Like, within the last few days, all right? You're telling me they're going to film an entire Transformers movie, go through post-production, go through their marketing setups, go through all their advertisement development, all that jazz in less than a year.
I will be impressed if this movie comes out in a year and has a 7 or higher.
Which is disappointing because Bumblebee was so good. Bumblebee was legitimately good. And it's Go ahead.
No, continue.
Yeah,
you're saying exactly what I was to say.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, Bumblebee was extravagant. And so it's like it's worrisome because I want them to continue that track. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to keep making really good Transformers movies because Bumblebee was great. the first couple of Transformer movies were fun. I definitely like them. I do. Things started going a little awry when Marky Mark was out there being Marky Mark.
Yeah, being a Boston dude.
being Marky Mark with a bunch of robots.
I don't know what you're talking about. We gotta find him.
like come to find, spoiler alert, but apparently Mark Wahlberg is the fucking knight that they were all thinking about and prophesizing and shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but you know, we don't need to fucking talk about that. They nailed it with Bumblebee. They give us a really, really good, technically prequel that sort of retconned a bunch of Bumblebee stuff from the first few movies, but was still in universe, is what they explained. Great movie. And now we have a situation here where they could potentially be rushing out a new Transformers movie as if it's like hotcakes. Nobody is asking for a Transformers movie right now. And if you are, you're a fucking liar. Okay? Nobody is out here saying, I need Transformers and I need it fucking now. Nobody. You can't fucking convince me that there's some group of people out here. Let's just some like Facebook group that I'm like not seeing somewhere that's like, give me Transformers tomorrow. You know, I don't know why it's Butters running the bait.
I was gonna say,
I need Optimus Prime now, damn it. I cannot believe that they feel the need to rush this. But anyways, not to vent, because I know I vent about a lot of these subjects sometimes here, but Devin, do you at least, let's say it gets pushed back. Let's say it gets delayed, which it probably will. Will that give you better hope for this movie?
Yes. And then I have one other issue.
Oh, shit. Yep. Hit me with it.
Wait, we have the fucking writer from Army of the Dead. There was no continuity in the writing for Army of the Dead. Like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't have me excited at all.
Now, to be fair, though, there is source material that makes the writing process for this a little bit easier, okay? It's not like with Snyder and...
How hard is it making a story about a zombie apocalypse? And it just making sense, though.
No, okay, but granted though, I do know Snyder had a more of a direct involvement with Army of the Dead. So it's like the writing process, I mean. He had more of a direct involvement with the writing process. This guy here could potentially be going at this on his own, using the source material the way he wants to use the source material. We will see. It is worrisome. I just, Devin, look, I'm sure both of us can agree. We just want good Transformers content again. Okay, can we just get good Transformers content?
I mean, I hope so. I want to, I want it to be like the first Transformers movie, where they're just on the hillside. The sun flare is just perfectly there, shining across Bumblebee's hard shell, old school, early 80s Camaro body. Megan Fox pops open the hood. More lens flare. Comes up, you see Megan Fox's legs, and then you see Shia LaBeouf.
Hell yes, baby, let's go. Good old LaBeouf. Big old LaBeouf. I need more LaBeouf in my life. Just fucking do it, my friend. I know. We will see. There's lots of changes coming, and I'm assuming that I want to assume that they're going to be good changes. On the other hand, though, I am hearing about some other changes here that could potentially be good as well, because this is Pokemon Go is changing again in response to the pandemic. This comes from Michael McWhirter from Polygon, and it reads like this. Over the past year, developer Niantic rolled out a series of gameplay tweaks to Pokemon Go designed to make the mobile game more playable under quarantine conditions. Many of those changes were a direct response to the coronavirus pandemic, letting players enjoy the Gotta Catch 'em All game from home. On Monday, Niantic said in a blog post that it plans to remove or change some of those bonuses, while also adding new gameplay tweaks and retaining others. The changes will roll out first in the US and New Zealand, where new cases of the coronavirus are on the decline and practically non-existent, respectively. I hope they mean NZ. Oh yeah. NZ has had less than 3,000 reported cases. Okay. Whew. Oh, there's some weird stuff going on here. Niantic said players in the US and New Zealand will start seeing changes at the end of July after this year's Pokemon Go Fest wraps, and that it will roll out those updates to other territories when it's safe to do so. Many of the changes seem designed to encourage Pokemon Go players to get out and about, and for restoring the game's in-person events like EX raids. Here's what's changing in the coming months. Players will soon receive up to 2 free raid passes per day from spinning gym photo discs, benefit from increased incense effectiveness while moving, be guaranteed gifts when spinning Pokestops, so as long as they have not reached their maximum gift inventory, and receive 10 times bonus experience from spinning a Pokestop for the first time. Bonuses that will remain are incense duration will remain at 60 minutes, no walking requirement for Go Battle League. You can challenge any trainer remotely with a QR code, and the requirement to battle with friends remotely has been lowered to good friends. The maximum number of gifts you can carry in your item bag at a time will remain at 20. Trainers will be able to open up to 30 gifts per day, up from the previous 20. You will continue to receive 3 times the Stardust and XP for your first Pokemon catch of the day. Niantic said it plans to reveal additional details about changes to Pokemon Go, including how remote raids are evolving, sorry, in quotes, in the coming months. Devin, were you one of the brethren that were on the Pokemon Go train when it first came out?
Absolutely. I actually, I specifically remember, I used to live in a small little town outside of Portland called Milwaukee.
Yep.
And downtown Milwaukee was a hot spot for Pokemon Go.
Waterfront of Milwaukee.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
All the Magikarp all day.
Logan and I used to ride longboards around Milwaukee and play. And we'd go to Selwood and come back to Milwaukee. And one night, I stayed out till like 5 in the morning playing Pokemon Go with like a bunch of other people. And it was crazy to like have that experience where you're just playing a game with like 20 random people and everybody's playing with you. And not to mention that game has evolved so much than when it first started.
Yeah.
Not only just the generations, but just the way that the gameplay is with the raids, the battle system, all that stuff. That wasn't there at launch when I really played it. I don't play that game anything like I used to, but I do pop in it every now and then, especially, you know, when I'm taking the little man out for walks and stuff like that. I'll bust it open every now and then and just, you know, see what I can catch.
For any new listeners and viewers, Devin is talking about his fur baby Amos, not an actual child, just to let y'all know. He's not walking his baby or anything. So I just want to make sure our audience at home knows that for a fact. Come here. Yes, Amos, come here, baby.
Come on.
Look at the leg.
He's just showing his little head.
Oh, Amos, baby, we love you. We love you. Anyways, yeah, I was on the Pokemon Go train day one and played hours upon hours for the first few months. And it was an unbelievable experience, honestly. And I'm sure you and I and everyone who ever, period, that played Pokemon Go from the day one days can attest to this, that the first couple weeks of Pokemon Go coming out were surreal. It was unfucking real out there. Like, I remember going on walks until like you said, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and there were people all over town in my neighborhood that were just out and about, walking to parks, walking around the neighborhood late at night, not a fucking fear in their body. And you know the kind of neighborhood I've lived in, Devin, okay? This is not the area for people to be kicking it out at 3 o'clock in the morning, all right? But people were out and about. They were talking to each other. People were actually like communicating with each other, with people that they don't know. And there were like groups of people. I remember there were groups of people everywhere. And you would be able to just assume that they were out there playing Pokemon Go. If you saw a group of people on their phone, they were playing Pokemon Go. And it was amazing. It was fucking beautiful. And I want that back. My issue, I quit playing when I started realizing how quickly they were dropping new generations and how easy it was getting to... let me backtrack. How easy it was to capture legendary Pokemon. That's what got me unsold on it. So when I quickly started to realize that it was more of a collector game rather than actually like Pokemon in real life, you totally just fucking downloaded the game again, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I had an inkling when I saw you playing with your phone, and then I saw the little Pokemon like wallpaper thing that comes up when you open the app, and I was like, this fucking son of a bitch.
Level 27.
Oh my god. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'll follow up with you after. It's
I actually have a bunch of gifts sitting in my inventory from people too.
Yeah. Well, it's because you get experience in it for sending gifts to people. So it's like it makes sense. Yeah. A lot of people are doing that. I just wish the game was just slightly different. Like I had an image in my head of what I wanted the game to be, and it just wasn't that. And so I fell off of it. My daughter really loves it. She plays it on her mom's phone every time they're like out in public and stuff. She like say, "Oh, can I catch this Pokemon real quick?" And you know, she has a great time. She really, really loves it. And I want to get back into it again. It's just like, am I too far behind? Is it too late? Has it changed enough that I can be sold into getting it? Because I was never the collector guy when playing Pokemon games. I just wasn't. I was more so about getting a handful of Pokemon that I was very, 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 very attached to and using that group. That was my thing in Pokemon. I didn't care about catching all 150 when I was a kid, all fucking 300 as I grew up, and then all 450 as I grew even older. Like, I didn't care about catching all of them. I just wanted specific ones. And that was the part that bummed me out about this, especially finding out that you can catch a fucking Lugia easily. So fucking easy. And you shouldn't be able to fucking catch a legendary bird that easily. I don't care what anybody has to fucking say. All right? Except for you. You
should get a Switch and play Pokemon on Switch then.
I know. I do need to get a Switch again, especially with all the new.
We got 3 Pokemon games coming out within the next 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, and Pokemon Legends of Arceus.
Me and Aaron have been contemplating getting Switches together for us to be able to play games together and stuff, like from, you know, our long distance relationship and shit. So we'll probably end up getting them relatively soon. I gotta get a PS5 first, and they know that. They know I gotta get my fucking priorities in line. So I will follow up with you on that. In the meantime, though, Devin, there's other things you have to follow up on, because you and I haven't talked very much at all over the weekend, and so there's lots of stuff that you and I have both watched that I want us to talk about. And because this is our second segment, aka our hands-on segment, where me and Devin and or a guest talk about the things that we have been playing and or watching since the last time that we were together. Devin, I want to start with you, my dude. What have you been playing and or watching?
Well, I'm going to start with what I've been watching. Because I started watching a new anime on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's called Record of Ragnarok.
Okay.
It is dope. It's got heavy Dragon Ball Z vibes because it is a tournament base. Okay. And the concept of this is all the gods from all different cultures, they get together, you know, Greek, Indian, Japanese, Chinese, like all different gods, you know, like you have Shiva standing there right with Zeus, you know.
Yeah.
And they have this court where this is in the first episode. This is a pilot episode, so this is you know, not too much of a spoiler thing. Sure. You know what I mean? They're having this discussion about whether humanity should be able to live on because of how destructive and war-torn it is and how it's destroying the earth and stuff like that. And, you know, they created humanity together. So they're definitely leaning towards destroying all of humanity. But there is the Valkyrie from Norse mythology who are there to protect humanity, right?
Okay.
So one of them suggests instead of just outright destroying humanity, you get 13 of the best fighters from the gods and 13 of the best fighters from humanity, and they go one-on-one to see, whether that they can, humanity has the resolve and the ability to survive and also do good. So essentially, if humanity loses, humanity gets knocked out of existence. So in the very first episode, they pit a legendary Chinese general named Lu Bu against the god of thunder himself, Thor. And it is Dragon Ball Z as fuck. And the way I mean that is they have new abilities and they keep getting stronger and stronger as they fight. And I'm 4 episodes in and the first battle hasn't ended.
So it really is Dragon Ball Z. Holy shit. Exactly. There's 2 episodes of
essentially, backstories, how did they become what they are, stuff like that. It's pretty interesting so far. I haven't seen enough of it to give it a full grade or anything, but I'm probably going to go back to it tonight and see where it goes, because it is very interesting so far. All the mythology. I'm a sucker for that in the first place. So
same.
So I'm interested to see where that goes. My partner started watching Castlevania.
Fuck yes, Sierra.
And she is hooked. Yep, Sierra is hooked. She finished the first season. I think we're on episode 2 or 3 of the second season already.
Okay.
And that was just within yesterday and today.
Yep.
So did that. We've already talked so much about that show.
Of course.
I mentioned this on Saturday's episode, but I did see A Quiet Place 2. Definitely go watch it.
Talk to us a little bit about that really quick.
So it's a direct continuation from the end of the first movie. Like direct. Like starts off exactly.
Movie. Okay.
Yeah. It starts exactly where the first movie ends. It does go back and forth a little bit to like their experiences when the event first started, when the creatures first came on. Mm-hmm. And it goes to the present day. Present day is only like 480 days after it started.
Okay.
So so they've only been around like a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Man, that is a good movie. There are some moments in there, especially for you, I feel, that will make you cry because it is so family oriented. It is good. Yeah. Like people were crying in the theater. You gotta watch it. All I gotta say is it has a cold ending, just like how the first movie did. So it is great
for that, for sure. Yeah. That all was the same reasons that I loved the first one so much. It's like the sort of focus on the family was what it made it so easy for me to feel attached to all those characters. Mm-hmm. And so like I can see where they would want to capitalize on that in the sequel. Obviously, I don't want you to tell me too much because I do want to see this fucking movie. You think it's like a go see in theaters as soon as possible experience, or?
Well, it's hard for me to answer that because I am such a I'd rather stay at home and watch a movie type of person.
For sure.
Nothing against theaters. I do like movies.
Well, if anything, that might actually make your answer hold even more weight, because if you say you absolutely should go see it in theaters as soon as possible, that means more coming from you than someone who usually goes to theaters and sees their movies.
Let me say this. For $10, I got a large popcorn and a large soda, and I got to go watch a movie in the theaters.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'm sold. You know what I mean? That's usually the cost of one large popcorn alone. Not even
a large popcorn is usually like what, $15?
yeah, an absurd amount of money. Yeah, well,
yeah, no, it's good. Go see it, especially if you have the time to do it. Go see it. It's definitely it's a really, really good movie. Now, for what I've been playing is I dived back into Mass Effect.
Of course.
I'm
you've been
playing
talking
Mass
about that for a
Effect
while.
2.
Yep. Yep.
God, that game is good.
You've been telling us since the day it came out how much you love it.
Mass Effect 2 is coveted as the best Mass Effect. And I'm playing through it right now, and I'm about halfway through now. And I just can't get over the visuals and how well they've upgraded it. It's so funny to me that a game that's as old as Mass Effect is still highlighting some of the best performance on these next gen consoles.
For sure.
Especially with the ray tracing and the 4K. Like, you really see it, especially if you know what the original game looks like, or if you have any reference to it. Like, you really see it, which as a tech nerd, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Now, besides that, I've been playing DayZ a lot this weekend. A lot.
Diving back into that. Okay.
I have a love-hate relationship with that game. Everything was great. I joined this community server. It was going good. I was able to get fully geared up, buy a car. Everything was great. I played today a little bit. I was driving back to my base.
Hold on real quick. Before you go any further, DayZ is not a big AAA title. For the people that are watching and listening at home, could you explain to them what DayZ is?
Oh, yeah. So DayZ, it comes from the developer Bohemia Interactive. It is essentially kind of like an MMO, like a very light MMO RPG where you have to survive zombies, and there is permadeath if you die. So you spawn into the world, you have absolutely nothing, literally nothing. You're literally walking around in torn up clothes, and you have some rags. Now, this game, you have to stay hydrated, so you'll have a little meter where you have to drink water and everything. And you also have to eat food. So whether that's finding a can of beans inside of a house or killing a goat and making sure you have a knife so you can skin the goat, make lamb steaks. Yeah, I know, tripping over my words.
So you can find Kanye West in the wild and gun him down.
Yeah,
because he's
exactly.
Yeah.
But you can find weapons, and the zombies are really reactive to you as a player. So, like, if you're running around, they can hear your footsteps, and they obviously chase sound. Until they see you, they chase sound. You can sneak up on the zombies and take them out faster, whether you have a melee weapon or if you see them from afar, you can shoot them,
Is this first person or third person?
Both. It is both. You can switch between the two.
Oh, okay.
This game is so serious. In order to have a car, when you find a car, you need to make sure it has all the wheels on it. You need to make sure it has a charged car battery. You need to make sure it has spark plugs. You need to make sure it has a radiator. You have to fill the radiator up with water. You have to fill the vehicle up with fuel. And then you can drive. And they're all manual. So, like, especially playing on keyboard and mouse, you got to constantly, like, shift and stuff like that, too.
There's no automatics?
Nope, no automatics.
Wait, is this based in the States?
No, it is based in like Eastern Europe, like it's definitely around like the Russian region. Like the main map is called Chinaris, which it's based on a real place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play that game a lot. I have a lot of people I play that game with. I play on RP servers specifically, where you kind of have to create your own character and live in your role. I tend to just be a generic, like, bounty hunter type of arms dealer type of dude. Because,
for sure.
I like light PvP. But anyways, on on today's episode of Devin playing DayZ, I was driving back to my base. The game glitched. My car spun out. I got stuck on a rock, and then a bear ran out of the woods and somehow killed me while I was sitting in my car. So, long story short, I lost everything I had.
DayZ said, fuck you, dude. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, that game is extremely unforgiving. But once you get your bearings and you really know how to play that game, especially if you're playing with people, it's actually really fun. or it's a walking simulator and you realize you just wasted 3 hours of your life.
My boy Ben in the chat, dude. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Thanks for hopping in, dude.
Absolutely.
I ask you because I am one, obviously, for anybody that hasn't got a chance to really dig into DayZ, give them some information on it. But I've also been contemplating giving it a swing myself, because the more I hear you talk about it and the more that I hear other people sort of like mention it on, the internet sphere, the more I'm interested in giving it a shot and really giving us a fair swing to like get a chance to experience it and see like what all the hype has been about, because I know that it's very niche, and I know that because it's so niche, it has a cult following of people that would die for that fucking game.
Yeah, I am definitely one of those people. I know it's on Game Pass for Xbox right now. But I was playing it earlier today, and I'm looking it up right now. It has about 10,000 concurrent players through Steam right now. Earlier, it had about 14,000 concurrent players through Steam. And a server can hold anywhere from like 24 to like 300 people, depending on the server, So, but yeah, I was just looking into that. It is a fun game. It is a very unforgivable game when things go wrong for you. You will constantly be looted up and have the best weapon you've ever had. Like, I had a G36C assault rifle, all decked out. Like, I had the ACOG with the red dot side scope. It had extended mags, suppressed everything. Killing shit left and right. But when your game glitches, it doesn't matter. It still gets rid of everything.
Is it cross-platform?
It is not cross-platform.
It's
this
strictly
game,
PC, isn't it?
No, it's on PS4 and it is on Xbox, but you are going to have the best experience playing on PC, of course.
Right.
Mainly because of the community on PC. PC players primarily play on community servers where there's a lot of mods. Mods, everything from like the type of food and animals that are on the server, to weapons being added from other games, cars being added, stuff like that. There's even one server I play on. I forgot the name of it, but it is a medieval server. Someone completely redid the whole map and put castles in and vampires and demonic monsters and changed all the weapons to like battle axes and broadswords and stuff.
That's kind of rad.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and there's even like medieval folklore style music and stuff like that, and it's an RP server, so you'll be running around and you'll just hear this, hello, can someone help me, please?
It's a role playing server. Yeah. I love shit like that. I haven't done like a role playing server in a game in like since high school. I believe in my World of Warcraft days. I don't want to talk about it. That's fucking rad, dude. Do you have any final thoughts on that, or?
I'm debating whether I'm gonna play the game again. I probably am, but I'm still hurt.
Yeah, no, I know. I'll tell you what. If we have some free time tomorrow night around 9. I'll hop into it with you if you want to carry me for a little bit. Give me like an introduction. If you want to take a day, sit on it. Let me know. You know what I mean?
I'll think about it. I also do want to let you know that game is still expensive because of how niche it is. I think getting it with the other vanilla map, I think it's still around like $40 to $50. But if you're gonna buy it, you want to make sure it has that stuff. I do know that game goes on sale pretty regularly.
Okay, we'll play it by ear then. Gucci Fupa in the chat. What's up, my dude?
What up?
So I have not played shit really since the last time we talked, because I had my entire vacation weekend with my partner. It was a great time. But we did get to watch a lot of a very lovely thing called Game of Thrones. And I mentioned this the last time we got together, and that I'd gotten my partner sucked into Game of Thrones within like the first like 5 episodes, right? Well, we binged all of season 1 and all of season 2 during our vacation weekend. And the first few episodes of season 3. Or, no, first episode of season 3. We watched last night. This is my first time rewatching the show since I had initially watched it, because I got into Game of Thrones really, really late. I got into it like I think a year before the last season came out. And so I got into it really late. So this is my first time rewatching the entire show since I had originally watched it. And I cannot believe how fucking good this show was. I cannot fucking believe how good, like, as someone who has just such a like high fantasy, like lore oriented brain about shit like this, the lore and the depth that everything has in Game of Thrones is fucking out of this world. I didn't realize that there were characters that were like popping back up that were in random things in the beginning of the show in the first season, because they would pop up and I'm like, oh, they gave him a dialogue for who he is, and I didn't make the connection that that is the dude from the last fucking thing that happened, and just all the pieces coming together. I cannot believe how fucking good the show is, and I'm excited to get my partner even deeper. They're fucking hooked. Erin is fucking hooked. Like, she's been coming to me to ask me, like, can we watch an episode before I go to bed? And I'm like, fuck yeah, we can. Fuck yeah, we can watch some Game of Thrones before bed. You know what I'm talking about? That's lit, dude. I'm so down. This show was fucking inspiring. If anybody in the chat has not gotten a chance to watch it, please give it a fair shake. Gucci Fupa even says, I've always wanted to watch Game of Thrones. I never actually gave it a chance. Gucci, if you're into anything that is like Lord of the Rings, that is like anything high fantasy like that, you will enjoy some part of it or another. I will say the first season is a little bit of a slow burn until episode like 6, and then things take off and you are stuck. You're fucking stuck. It's gonna grab you by the balls of your soul and just drag you on the floor. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking, and when you're done trying it and really giving it a fair shake, come back and let me know so I can fucking dweeb out with you about it. My thing though, Devin, is on top of Game of Thrones, okay, I have also been watching at my own time that lovely show we talked about with Faven a couple Saturdays ago, called Manifest. And
oh man,
Manifest. So for all of our viewers and listeners on right now, Manifest is a show that is currently on Netflix, and it is the most CW ass fucking show. Period. I feel
Walmart lost.
Walmart lost. Yeah. Not quite Walgreens lost, but it's definitely Walmart lost, right? and it feels like it, and it's okay. It's campy. It's got some moments that are super like ham-fisted, but it's fun. It's a fun show. Ben in the chat, we are watching that too. Yes, it is a really, really fun show, and I'm hoping, so we talked the other weekend that it just got canceled after its 3rd season. I'm hoping that Netflix picks it up, and that's why I'm talking about it so much, because I want to see where the story goes.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. The show's a lot of fun. So, and of our listeners and viewers who have not checked it out, this is a show that is about a group of people that went on a flight from Jamaica back home to the United States. And on this flight, they ran into sudden, crazy fucking storm that gave the plane a bunch of fucking turbulence out of nowhere and then stopped. And when they landed the plane in the United States, they found out that they had traveled through time 5 years. And everyone for those 5 years thought that their airplane flight had crashed and they all died. And so the story is centered around one specific family that had half of their family travel on that flight and the other half of their family traveled on a different flight. And the show sort of juggles their handling of having had one family have experienced 5 years gone by thinking that the other half of the family was dead, and now this other half of the family showing up out of nowhere 5 years later thinking that it's only been a week. They had not experienced that time travel. So it's them juggling that and juggling all the weird things that happened to them after they had landed the plane and apparently unwillingly traveled through time. It is a wild concept. I love the idea of it. It does get corny. It gets real corny real quick about a few things. Be prepared for that. Like I said, it is more CW than a lot of CW shows. Okay, so just be warned. Well, so, you're gonna jump in, Devin. Go ahead.
About this, when I went over to my father's house for Father's Day and barbecuing, we were talking about shows that we've been watching, and he said he's been watching Manifest. And I went, Walmart lost. And he looked at me and paused, and he's like, yes.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Love me some Walmart lost, dude. I definitely, like, advise people to give it a shot. I definitely am not going to vouch for it the way that I do Game of Thrones. Absolutely not. But if you're just looking for something like I am to kind of sort of, like, those moment-to-moment days where you're just kind of like, I can use a quick little time filler. It's a good show because you're not going to really forget what the fuck had happened in the last episode. It all just kind of continues on. It's not hard to follow. It's the pieces are there for you. It's very heavy-handed sometimes. So it's not going to be a hard watch whatsoever. I do want to talk about real quick, though, that they just released the Rurouni Kenshin live action, The Final, on Netflix. So I'm going to be fucking watching that soon, and I will be talking about it within the next couple of episodes.
Yeah, I was looking at that today because I love the original Rurouni Kenshin anime. I watched the first part, and I was like, oh, it didn't go all the way. And I'm like, and then they got the final on here, so man, talk about a show that should have gone on longer.
Oh man, I know, and it's beautiful too because it's like it's not one of the American live actions like we got with the fucking just ridiculous Death Note live actions.
Yeah. Isn't it the same studio that did the Full Metal Alchemist live action movie
and
as
the
well?
Tokyo Ghoul one that was from Japan. Yeah, just the team that's just been doing all of the just unreal live action adaptations of these animes and mangas and stuff, and so it's been real cool to see that. I'm definitely gonna be watching that within the next couple of days, so be prepared for me to talk about that. But speaking of other things to talk about, guys, Ben in the chat, we don't talk about live action Death Note. You're right. I'm sorry for bringing it up. This is our final and headlining segment of the show. Now here's the deal, Devin, you and I are both very much Fast and the Furious fans. We're proud of it. We love us some fast movies. All right, I love me some Vin Diesel. Family. I mean, I'm all fucking about it. Han's great. I love all that shit. It's gonna be great. Fast 9 comes out this weekend. You and I are gonna figure out our fucking schedules. We're gonna see this goddamn movie. It's gonna be fucking extravagant. Okay, to celebrate us seeing Fast 9, for Fast 9 coming out this fucking weekend with Vin Diesel and the family, we are here to talk about our top 3 favorite movie franchises of all time. So the way that we're going to do this for all you guys at home is we're going to start with Devin, and we're going to go from our third place back and forth to our second place back and forth to our number 1 favorite movie franchise of all time. Back and forth. We will discuss a little bit in between. We have about 32 minutes before we should probably end the show. Devin, what is your third favorite movie franchise of all time?
So this one is in my number 3 slot because I honestly have always loved these movies so much. Okay. And you might start seeing a theme here, but I'm gonna go with the Mission Impossible franchise.
Oh, yeah. I did not expect. You like Mission Impossible?
I do. Fallout and Ghost Protocol were great. Now, look, it's Tom Cruise. I don't even fucking care. He does all his own stunts. All these movies have cool gadgets. They all have perilous, oh my god, he's gonna die situations. They all have the same formula. Just like the Fast and the Furious.
It's the fucking Fast and Furious of spy movies, dude. Swear to God, I fucking love it so much.
It is so good. And Fallout, freaking Mission Impossible Fallout has Henry Cavill in it as well.
It fucking
and that
does.
movie rocked.
The part where they're in the bathroom and Henry Cavill locks and loads his arms. He's like, ladies, are you fucking kidding me? The fucking big dick energy of shotgun pumping your fists. Are you fucking kidding me? Continue. I'm sorry.
That fucking mustache he had too in that movie.
Daddy and a half. Yeah.
Just great movies. Cool stunts, cool gadgets, cool action sequences. Like, and granted, these movies are completely unrealistic, but the way that the fighting looks realistic, if that makes any sense.
Right.
I really appreciate that movie. But yeah, I mean, Mission Impossible, short and sweet. We don't talk about Mission Impossible 3, but yeah, we'll keep it going from there.
yeah, for sure. My third place one, Devin, you will be interested to hear this, is the Alien franchise.
Oh, yeah!
Yes.
Yeah!
So
okay.
As someone who very much loves horror movies, you and I both love us some horror content, all right? The Alien movies were one of the first horror IPs that I really got into as a kid because my mother sucked and let me watch whatever I wanted. It's probably not a good idea because I'm all kinds of fucked up these days, but the Alien movies are fucking extravagant, down to the character arcs, the alien design, the ship designs, the mech suit designs, the weapon designs, all of it. Having the aliens, the xenomorphs, be so thorough and thick in their lore, and having their art be based off of Geiger's artwork, which is an esteemed artist, and having an entire story built around them, built around the Yautjas of Predator, and having those two worlds holy shit, and then having the fucking balls to come out with Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Oh my God, it gets better? Are you fucking kidding me?
So, a lot of people hate on Prometheus, but I fucking love that movie.
Fuck that. Michael Fassbender?
That movie.
Holy shit, dude. Oh my God.
I fucking love that movie a lot. That is a very good movie.
It's so good.
Covenant was great.
Yeah.
Did you watch the HBO show Raised by Wolves?
No, I did not.
It's all based in the Alien universe. You need to watch it.
What the fuck? How did I miss that?
Yeah.
How the fuck is Raised by Wolves based in the Xenomorph universe? What the fuck?
You need to watch it, dude.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it came out this last year. I want to say James Cameron even directed an episode too.
Oh shit. Okay, is it canon? Canon.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No. The one of the main characters is an android.
Oh, like Michael Fassbender. Oh.
Can we talk about Michael Fassbender just being one of the best actors ever, though?
Period. Yeah, ever.
I love Michael Fassbender so much.
Oh, dude.
He was great in Alien Covenant and Prometheus, and also the best Magneto we've seen, in my opinion.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. He's such a good Magneto. Oh my God. Anyways, yeah, the Alien franchise, one of my absolute favorites, and it carries into sort of hand in hand with my love for Predator, which anyone who knows me knows that I have a real big love for the Predator world. Anyway, you were going to say something? Sorry.
It was Raised by Wolves was also Sir Ridley Scott is executive producer and directed the first couple episodes. So it wasn't James Cameron. Yeah, so you need to watch it.
I do need to watch it.
And, I just came across an article. It's on HBO. I just came across an article how Alien inspired Ridley Scott on Raised by Wolves. So
let's fucking go. Yeah. I will be checking that out. Devin, what is your second favorite movie franchise of all time?
So this is so hard And this one and my next one are definitely going to be because of nostalgia purposes, and also just because the worlds are so vast and there is so much lore out there. I'm going to go with Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain yourself, my friend.
I can't think of a series that has been like around throughout my whole life that I've always been super excited to see the next installment, whether it be a movie or a TV show. And especially nowadays, especially with all the newer content that they've been coming out with, is to see how in line everything has been, leading up to The Mandalorian and everything we're about to get with Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Rogue Squadron, like the Book of Boba Fett, the Acolyte. Like, there's so much coming out, that is all canon. And I just love the lore and the sci-fi and all the different ships, the names of the ships, the battles, the different, like, in the movies and the TV shows, they are barely uncovering the Sith lore, but in the books there is so much, and it's really cool to see that all start to like come to fruition, and we get to see more of Mandalore and the characters. It's just, Star Wars has got a place in my heart that will never go away. The movies have always been fantastic, even when they're bad. And the video games, man, video games. So
yeah.
How could I not? I know it's an easy cop out, but how could I not?
No, for sure, and I definitely agree. I've always been very off and on when it comes to Star Wars. So I got into Star Wars when I was fairly young too. But mine wasn't from like my parents' interest, because I am one of a few first generation immigrant children that didn't really have a lot of American media when I was super, super young, because my mom is not from the United States. She's from a little fucking island in the Philippines. And so it's like, I didn't grow up with Star Wars. Star Wars was introduced to me when I was like 8 to 10 years old, right around then. I had a really old friend, Nick, who got me, he is my reason for doing what I do now, because he got me into all the nerdy shit that I'm into now in my life. Star Wars, video games, fucking comic books, D&D, like anything that is fucking dweeby that I enjoy in my adult life now is thanks to him. Unfortunately passed away many moons ago, rest in peace to him. Love you, Nick. Star Wars was one that I had always been just very one foot in, one foot out, because the hot takeys brought to you by Faven, okay? I never really liked the original trilogy all that much. I never really liked it. Like, I watched them, I liked them for what they were, but being like 10 years old and watching these movies that are so much more complex than my brain can really handle at 10 years old, all the politics, all the stuff that was happening with the fucking Force and shit, nothing was making sense to my 10-year-old brain. I couldn't comprehend all of it, right? And so it's like, I was just watching Star Wars because of fucking lightsaber battles. Let's be fucking real. At 10 years old, I just wanted to see fucking lightsabers and laser guns. All right, that's all I fucking wanted. And I got that. I got a few bits of that, but the original trilogy wasn't enough to sell me until I got a little bit older and the prequels came out. Yeah, this is another hot takeys brought to you by Faven here, because I like the fucking prequels more than any of the other movies.
I was literally about to go into this when you were saying that you weren't a fan of the original trilogy. I was about to say the prequels is my favorite trilogy, because that's where all of this whole Skywalker saga started. Is right there.
Devin, we have to put some fucking respect on the Battle of the Fates, okay? The Duel of the Fates here between your boy Qui-Gon Jinn and your other boy, Obi-Wan, fighting Darth fucking Maul in the most epic fucking sword fight battle thing that has ever happened in any piece of entertainment fucking ever. And people have the audacity. They're so fucking upset about Jar Jar Binks. I can't. I gotta fucking open up that jar of worms. Devin, go ahead.
I will say this. That was my favorite lightsaber battle until Rise of Skywalker and the battle against the Red Guard.
Yeah, the throne room fight, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty hype. I just wish it was longer. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: it didn't have to be longer. I know. It showed exactly where Rey and Kylo Ren's prowess what was at. You know, it showed how skilled they were. It showed that they could fight. And dude, that little headshot, like lightsaber, just, you know what I mean? When he does that, just like super quick, he just turns it on and then turns it off. Like, come on, like that was like drop the mic moment, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure. It's just like, for me, it's like there's so much that comes with the Star Wars universe. Like, I read a lot of the books when I was younger, like, and like coming into my age now, realizing that like a majority of the books aren't even really canon until Disney decides to fucking canonize it now. And so it's like a weird process of trying to like take what I know from when I was younger and like still suspending disbelief when it comes to the movies and now the TV shows. Mandalorian was one of my favorite TV show experiences I've ever had. That was such a good show. Like the ending of that second, are you fucking kidding me? The moment with Mando and baby, oh my god, I bawled like a fucking
let's
baby.
Not spoil it because I'm sure there's some people who
I don't even want to say anymore, but that's the part for me that
last episode.
Yeah, absolute fucking destruction in my brain and my heart. My entire body melted. That show is fucking extravagant. So it's like, for me, for Star Wars, it's like these very specific properties of Star Wars that hit me, that I enjoy the most. And it's usually not the fucking movies. Like, usually, for the most part, it is, mainly in the prequels, but it's usually not the movies. It's all the things that surround the main universe of Star Wars. So, do you have any final other thoughts on Star Wars being your second choice?
I'm just excited to see what they're going to do with Ahsoka. Honestly, Rosario Dawson, best casting call they've ever done. Ever done. Yep. Especially for an alien Star Wars character. That I hold that character near and dear to my heart. She is an underrated character, and the fact that she is not mentioned at all in any of the movies at all is just fucking terrible, because she is probably one of the best Star Wars characters and has been canon for the last decade with Clone Wars and everything. And
arguably one of the most important characters.
Absolutely. You actually, I take that back. We do hear mention of her once in the movies, but it isn't even a mention of about her. You just very vaguely hear her voice. When she's speaking out to Rey in the Rise of Skywalker. That's it. Which is criminal. Criminal.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But yeah, Star Wars. What's up? Number 2. That's mine. What's yours?
Devin, my friend, for all of my people in my life that know me, hey, you will all know, but also be surprised when I say that my second favorite movie franchise ever is Lord of the fucking Rings. Let's fucking go, baby. You know what I'm saying? That big ring vibes, baby. That big ring vibes. So the thing is most... Let's fucking go, baby. I see you. Anyways, so a lot of people would be surprised that this is not my first favorite franchise. Now, here's a few reasons why, okay? So one, as anybody who knows me knows that I am very much and have been a diehard Lord of the Rings guy since I was about 11 years old, okay? I had the first book given to me of the trilogy, not The Hobbit. I didn't get into that until after. But The Fellowship of the Ring was given to me by my teacher, who had noticed that I was not having a very good personal life and gave me the book for me to dive into that story. And that changed my fucking life. His name is Mr. Topolsky, one of the nicest dudes. If you're watching, you're not. But if you do one day and you're not fucking dead or, cracked out, I don't know. If you're watching, I love you. I thank you for every piece of love you gave me when I was a kid. My thing is that my love is for the books more than it is the movies. Now, that's not to put any disrespect on the movies' names, because the movies are extravagant. They do a really good, they casted every character perfectly. My imagination for these characters, the movies did almost exactly on the dot of how I pictured all these characters in my head when I was 11, 12, 13 years old watching these movies. Just in my head, it was perfect. They picked very important moments from the books, and obviously there's a lot of moments in the books. So they had to pick some very specific ones in order to put into the movies. I love the books more than I do love the movies, but the movies are such a touchstone in my life because of how many times I've watched them over and over and over again, and then getting the extended cuts and watching those over and over and over again. And then the Hobbits came out and I watched them over and over, but only a few times. Nowhere near as much as the fuck the Hobbit movies. You know what I mean? That fucking me, baby. Yeah. It's sorry, you were gonna hop in. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this would have been my number 2, but I knew you were going to pick it at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm right there with you on that. And can we just talk about the Two Towers, the extended cut, and everything that they decided to put in that movie?
The Two Towers is fucking unbelievable. I am so happy that they did that movie fucking justice in comparison to the book. Now, obviously, like I said before, there's a lot in the book. There's a lot in the book. Like the introduction of the Palantir is way more in depth. Like there's just a lot that happens in the book that they didn't have time to really touch on in the movie. With that extended edition, Two Towers, they show everything they need to fucking show and more. And the Two Towers, fucking unreal. I personally like Return of the King more, personally, but I can understand that the Two Towers is definitely the better movie. You know what I mean? Between the three. So I'm assuming Two Towers is your favorite?
No, I was just going to say how much, just with the Trents and the Battle of Helm's Deep and it was so good. It's so good.
Yes.
Dude.
It's just the way they made the books come to life is just remarkable. It's fucking remarkable, dude. And I will never be able to thank Peter Jackson enough for making these fucking movies. Period. In my family's country, in a world that like didn't deserve Lord of the Rings, the movies aged surprisingly well. They look so good.
Amazing, actually.
For when they came out, are you fucking there's movies coming out now that don't look as good as fucking Lord of the Rings did back in fucking 2000. You know what I mean? Like
It is literally insane to think about that these movies came back, 2000, 2001, 2003. It is insane to think that those movies came out at the caliber and quality. Like, they set the bar on fantasy, and nobody's reached that. Nobody has reached that yet.
Game of Thrones was almost there. Almost fucking there. And then things happen, but we don't need to dive into that. There's just, oh my god, it's just Tyler. I wish they would have shown how Saruman became a beggar, like in the books. Yeah, no, me too. I mean, like, just even little things like that, like explaining more in depth on like why Gandalf or who Gandalf actually is. You know, like there's so many little tiny details like that. But I also get that there's a place in the cinematic world where they have to make those hard decisions to say, would this make sense? Perfect example for you, Devin, and listeners at home. The movies. First one, extravagant. Fucking amazing, right? And if for anyone who hasn't read the books are split up between the kids, the main characters being kids, and then the second half of the book is when they are adults and they are coming back to fight Pennywise, right? The movie strays real far off from the fucking books. Real fucking far off. And there's a few things that happen in the book that if they put in the movie, every single person who had not read the book and only saw the movie would have been like, what the fuck is happening right now? Because
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They would be like, what the fuck is going on in this movie right now? So yes, You're right. And so I understand that there's a place for book to movie adaptations and what details they can put in them. Lord of the Rings did the books justice. They did. Like, if Tolkien really got a chance to fucking watch these movies, dude, he would have been fucking lit the fuck up like the 4th of July, okay? Like, he would have loved every single bit of it. The movies did the books justice. As someone who's read the book series 12 times for a majority of them, one of them, Return of the King, quite much more. I've read the books a lot. They do the books justice.
They do.
I'm going to ask you. Now, here's the deal. You mentioned something earlier that said, my last two choices are very nostalgic for me. I had an inkling of what I thought your first place was going to be, and now I don't. Devin, could you please tell us what is your all-time favorite movie franchise?
So this might be a bit of a cop-out, but the entire MCU.
Let's fucking go, baby! Let's fucking go, baby! Yes, me fucking too. That was my first one too. Devin, talk about it first. Go.
All right. Not ever in my life outside of Star Wars have I seen something more beautiful than watching the very first Iron Man movie to seeing that very iconic snap right at the end. I have cried at these movies. I get goosebumps when I watch these movies for the first time. I am engaged in these movies. I am constantly coming up with theories for these movies and shows as I watch them. Speaking of shows, not to mention the quality of content that we've been getting from fucking WandaVision and Loki and Falcon Winter Soldier. I know those aren't movies, but those are all characters from the movies. Marvel has done one of the best jobs in doing characters justice, and not so much with that first Quicksilver we got in Age of Ultron, but
yeah. Well, there's been worse. Anyways, continue.
But the fluidity of the whole series, the way that essentially Iron Man is its own franchise. Spider-Man is its own franchise, Captain America, but the way that everything ties together, how they all share characters from every single story, how everything that happens in those movies matters in the other movie. It's amazing that they were able to do that. I've never been so intrigued in a film series where I just want more and more and more constantly, and I can't stop thinking about it on a day-to-day basis. I am enveloped. And no, Harry Potter didn't make my list because fuck the one who should not be named.
Yeah. We'll dive into that later because I do want to talk about like honorable mentions for a couple minutes after this. But continue.
No, I don't think I've ever watched movies over and over and over more than I have with the MCU. And I haven't laughed more than I have at those movies, especially with Thor Ragnarok. I'm seeing that for the first time in theaters, was just amazing. And I will never forget that iconic moment in theaters that will probably never be topped. Avengers Assemble.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
it's just I had to pick this as my number one. I had to. It's like I would have done my childhood an injustice of all the times I had randomly gotten a comic book or started getting into comic books when I was really young, or going to the comic book shop to buy Magic cards and diving into the comic books that I had not read before. You know, like, I would have done myself such an injustice by picking any other franchise as my number one, because for the past decade, we have gotten 23 different cinematic experiences that aren't, granted, there's a couple that weren't quite up to par, right? Okay, sure. But there was, just for the past decade, year after year, and then eventually month after month after month of just more Marvel content and more reasons for us to fall in love with this fucking universe that they had built, starting with Iron Man, starting with Thor, starting with Captain America. Like, they blew this shit out of the water in a way that none of us thought was going to be this big. Nobody thought it was going to be this fucking big. They announced Iron Man. We were like, great, we're getting another fucking Spider-Man superhero movie, and it's gonna be a one-off thing. Probably get like a trilogy, whatever, not a huge deal. And then they announced Thor, and that's when my brain and your brain and all your guys' brains at home started rolling the wheelhouse, and we were like, wait, hold up, I think they're fucking doing something. And then they had the balls to announce Captain America, the first Avenger, and we were like, that's it. This is what they're fucking doing. They're fucking doing it. And now 23 movies fucking later, we are here, sitting on some of the best television we've ever had, between WandaVision and Loki and Falcon of the Winter Soldier. And now we're sitting here as grown-ass adults. I'm 31 years old as of a couple weeks ago, guys. I've never been more giddy in my entire life at the thought of some dweeby, nerdy bullshit to come out next month with fucking Black Widow, a character I never thought I'd give a fuck about when the Iron Man movies were still kind of kicking, you know? I never would have thought these movies would have turned into what they fucking turned into. Like you said, from Iron Man starting in the Humvee in the very beginning, shooting shit with the soldiers, all the way up to the very final fucking snap. I sometimes think about it and want to cry. Like, because of what the MCU has done for so many of us, for me, for you, for people that are watching at home and listening at home, for my kid, my nephew, like my friends' kids and other adults and people that watched this shit when they were children, or sorry, read the shit when they were children, when they, it's the fucking MCU is something we did not deserve, Devin, but they fucking gave it to us. They fucking gave it to us. And that's why it's the number one fucking movie franchise of all time. Give me that cheers, Devin. Give me that fucking cheers, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Ah, fuck yeah. Devin, do you have any final thoughts on the wonder that is the MCU?
I feel like I'm gonna stay up till midnight tonight just to watch Loki.
I probably will. To be completely honest with you, I'm like needing it in my life.
Yeah, it's man, them doing the show on Wednesdays has definitely fucked me up, because I'm sitting here on the weekend, I was like, I just want to watch Loki.
Dude, I know, it's weird. It's weird because both Wanda and Falcon were coming out like Thursday nights, Friday mornings.
Yep.
So it's like
yeah. And my final thoughts is on this. if you're not watching the MCU because you think it's overhyped and you haven't seen a movie yet, you hate it just because everybody else likes it and watches it and talks about it. There's a reason why everybody watches it and talks about it, because it's actually really fucking good. It's genuine too.
Dude, it's a cultural fucking zeitgeist. It's not even just a series of movies anymore. Like this has done what very few things have done outside of like Fortnite. Like it's a cultural fucking zeitgeist. Everyone knows who Iron Man is now. Everyone knows who Captain America is now. Everyone knows who Thor is now. There's not a fucking person you can go out to on the street and ask them, do you know who Iron Man is? Like, oh yeah, Iron Man, I love him. He's a superhero, right? Like, they all fucking know who he is. These movies are goddamn impeccable. And if you don't want to watch them, I know where you're going with this. If you don't want to watch them because other people really enjoy them, get the fuck over yourself and just go fucking watch one of them. Okay? Hit us up. We'll recommend one to you. Happily. We would happily tell you which one to go for. Continue. I'm sorry. Go.
No, seriously, like you can start anywhere and you will like the movie. But if you start from the beginning, which is what I recommend, and you should watch them in time chronological order, not in the order that they were released, which means you should be starting with Captain Marvel. Actually, no, Captain America. Captain America, the first Avenger, then Captain Marvel.
Hold on.
I corrected myself.
Hold the fuck on. First off, I do not agree with that notion. You should definitely watch them based on release. Okay? Not chronological order.
It's chronological order. Trust me. The only reason why it wasn't released...
There are so many things they show in things like Captain Marvel that don't hold as much weight unless you've seen them in the things prior to Captain Marvel that released prior to Captain Marvel. You know what I mean?
I guess that's kind of true, but I'm a timeline guy. Oh, Ben's with me. Chronological order, motherfucker.
Ben, I'm about to time your ass out. You better watch this. You get timed out. I'm going to time you out. I'm going to time you out in the last few minutes of the show. Devin, you and I can both agree that no matter what way anybody wants to experience the Avengers movies, it is the greatest movie franchise of all fucking time, and we will die on that goddamn hill. Devin, real quick before we end the show, who was your runner-up? Who was your honorable mention franchise that you had?
Oh boy. See, it's really funny because I actually just thought about the three that I really, really liked. You know?
Of course. The easy ones.
If I am going to put a runner-up, why am I having a hard time with this all of a sudden? Probably the OG X-Men movies that were Fox-based. Definitely.
That's fair. That's a good choice.
I loved those movies. I would have to go with the Friday franchise. Like, as in Friday the 13th.
Oh, I thought you'd say like Friday and next Friday, and I was like,
yeah, Friday after next Friday. What's up?
He really likes Friday after next, apparently.
No, I would have to say that Friday the 13th. I grew up loving horror movies, and I would always watch them on AMC every Halloween. That was like a thing when I was a kid. Again, my parents didn't really say anything about what I was watching or playing or anything. Sixth grade, I'm already played Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, Tyler, thank you. The Bond films, absolutely.
I'm very pick and choose when it comes to James Bond movies because I really like the Sean Connery ones. I didn't really like any of the others until Pierce Brosnan's came out. And then I didn't get into Daniel Craig's Bond until like 9 months ago.
Casino Royale is like one of the best James Bond movies.
It's so good.
Ever.
It's so good. I'm like really upset that I slept on that movie. It's
Daniel
so good.
Craig. So like, you know how like Robert Downey Jr. is fucking Tony Stark?
Yeah, but okay, that's hard though because in my brain, Pierce Brosnan is James Bond, you know?
I grew up with Pierce Brosnan, but Daniel Craig was just a better actor.
He does. Yeah, no, that's fair.
And
fair.
he
I will
does.
say that.
He has better stunts. He has better action. He has, he gets the job done way better. Yeah, see, everybody's agreeing with me. Skyfall, that's Daniel Craig too, baby.
Yeah.
What's up?
See, my thing is, I would do Bond as an honorable mention, but as I said before, I got into it super late, so I can't. It would be unjust of me to put it as an honorable mention when I just got into it. Secondly, why have Bond when I can have Mission Impossible? You know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Mission Impossible. Come on.
As for like a few honorable mentions, I would probably say like The Mummy. The Mummy series is like one of my favorites.
Brendan Fraser for the fucking win.
That was a big part of my childhood. Do you like the Mummy movies were fucking rad? Mission Impossible, definitely one of the tops. Up there themselves. I have a really weird soft spot for the Maze Runner series because I read the books like maybe a year before the movie came out, and I enjoyed it. I was okay with it. I liked it. Not a huge deal. But then my big one is Harry Potter. I got into Harry Potter kind of late myself too. Like, didn't really watch the movies until about 6 years ago. 6 years ago. And it bums me out that I got into those movies so late, because I would have enjoyed them far more before the one that shall not be named turned out to be a huge, massive piece of fucking shit. I wish I could enjoy them guilt-free these days, but the only way that I get around that is by watching it on my Blu-ray collection of the Harry Potter series. Because I know it just hit HBO Max again, and I'm like, well, I could watch it with my partner, but do I really want to give her my money?
I'm not gonna lie. I did watch The Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets because I do not have Blu-ray. I don't feel like
I get it. Look, listen. There's Harry Potter's a really tough one and I don't want to dive too far into this because we do need to end the show here in a couple of minutes. But Harry Potter is a really very specific thing too, because like we mentioned before with the MCU, Harry Potter is a cultural zeitgeist as well. It impacted so many people in our generation in a way that the MCU is now hitting us now as adults. Yep. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I get that Harry Potter has a love that is undying. And after I watched the movies, I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. Because as someone who got into it real late, I was like, these are really good movies. They were really good movies. Now, granted, as the movies got further out, because I did read the book, watch its movie, read the book, watch its movie, and I went down all the way down the line. And so granted, some of the later movies are a little like not quite as good as I wish they would be. But I understand Harry Potter's place in the best movie franchise world as far as this discussion is concerned. Tyler says, my thing with those movies is that the movies are so loosely based on the books. It's like the director's adaptation of the books. It's a beautiful story. Yeah, it's like it goes to the exact point that I was making about Lord of the Rings, where it's just there's so much source material that if they put it into the movies, it would just be a jumbled mess. It'd be a jumbled fucking mess. It's like you have to be considerate about like how cinema works and how books work. They do not coincide the same way. They do not function the same way. So it's like you have to be wary. It's like there's thousands of Marvel comic books. And if they put every single detail of all those comic books into the movies, their respective movie, none of it would make sense. There's so much shit that's happening there, it would not make sense. So I get where you're coming from, Tyler, but do be wary of that. That's something to consider too. Anyway, so go ahead.
One more shout out I will do is the Christopher Nolan trilogy of Batman. That was amazing.
How did we forget about that? How did we forget about that, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. Holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, just those three movies are some of the most important superhero movies you could ever watch. in my opinion. Even, don't get me wrong, MCU is still my number one spot. But man, did we not freak out about those movies the same way we did with the MCU? Let's be real.
Even if you don't like superhero movies, there is a place for you in Nolan's Dark Knight series.
Yeah.
Like, there's a place for you. Like, there is so much politics and low-key stuff happening in those stories. Like, you can find a place to enjoy it even if you don't like superhero content, because the superhero content in it is very just like B-plot for the most part.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's very dramatic. They're more of a mobster movies.
Well, it's a crime opera, isn't it? It's a crime opera.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just so much deeper than just being Batman. You know, it's not like going and watching George Clooney with his nipple suit. You know, it's not the and fucking
gonna be like
and Christopher, what is
time for you to freeze?
What does he say in the movie? He says something fucking dumb like right before he like frees a bunch of people. He's like, I forgot what he says.
It's time for you to freeze.
Well, like, it's funny because I always get his stupid line mixed up with Storm's really stupid line from the original X-Men movie. He's like, what happens when a toad touches lightning? And he's like, and she's like, the same thing that happens to everyone else. And the lightning strikes. And they're like, damn, Halle Berry, you scurry. And then it's
scurry.
This has been the Good Kraken podcast, a show for nerdy marginalized peoples, giving you the video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you enjoyed the show, you can support us by subscribing below, going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch channel and clicking that bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. But until next time, my friends, be good to each other and
don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be a fucking asshole. And go watch the fucking Marvel movies if you haven't yet. God damn it.